this evening. First, police intensify their investigation into the shocking murder of Tishau Riley Joseph, found dead in a Georgetown hotel room with multiple stab wounds. What we know so far about the tragic crime, plus a crackdown on traffic violations. Over 4,000 offenses uncovered in just 1 week. From speeding to drunk driving, the details of the latest road safety blitz. Also, assault or misunderstanding. The latest on the video that went viral, showing an alleged assault in Good Fortune and how the case has been resolved without charges. And hospital workers accused of embezzling millions. 3 employees of Dr. Balan Singh Hospital charged with stealing large sums of money. What happened in court yesterday? Finally, TikTok's request to block a new law that could force its Chinese owner to sell the app. What does this mean for millions of users? Stay tuned for these stories and more coming up next on Headline News Update. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for December 17th, 2024. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, following up on a story we reported on yesterday, police are intensifying their investigation into the murder of 37-year-old Tishau Riley Joseph of Tirusini Village, Region 7, whose body was discovered Monday morning at the Signature Inn Hotel, Luluni Street, Georgetown. Joseph was found in his room with 19 stab wounds in what appears to be a violent attack. Reports that Joseph checked into the hotel on Sunday evening for one night. Shortly after checking in, he was seen leaving the hotel for an unknown destination and was seen returning around 12:50 a.m. in the company of a male companion. The 2 men entered Joseph's room, but the male was observed leaving alone around 2:19 a.m. Sometime after, hotel staff discovered Joseph's body lying in a pool of blood in his room, which showed signs of a violent struggle, including blood splatter on the walls and ceiling. The body bore multiple stab wounds to the back, chest, neck, and eye. Evidence collected at the scene includes a Rude Boy bottle found near the body, suspected bloodstains outside the room, and a hole in the door, possibly made by a sharp object. Joseph was in Georgetown for the National Tishau's Conference and stayed alongside 5 other Tishau's at the same hotel. The body has been taken to the Memorial Gardens Funeral Home for a post-mortem examination. Investigations are ongoing. The Ghana Police Force has issued over 4,000 traffic violations within a week. Malcolm Carter has more details.
During the week of December 8th to the 15th, 2024, traffic enforcement efforts across all regional police divisions uncovered a staggering 4,176 violations. Leading the list were 739 cases of speeding, highlighting the persistent disregard for road safety laws. Over 200 drivers failed to wear their seatbelts, while 158 motorcyclists and their pillion riders were caught without safety helmets, putting their lives at risk. The crackdown also revealed 637 instances of prohibited tinted glass on front windshields or windows, and 93 vehicles were stopped for being unlit, a dangerous hazard on the road. In addition, 21 drivers were charged for driving under the influence, endangering countless lives. With traffic ranks strategically deployed, the police intensified their efforts to prevent accidents and improve road safety. Traffic Chief Senior Superintendent Mahendra Singh reported that 244 tickets were issued specifically for exceeding the speed limit along the Heroes Highway between December 8th and 14th, underscoring the need for greater caution on Guyana's roads. Drivers were reminded to be cautious on the roadways, especially during the busy holiday season. Reporting for Headline News Update, Malcolm Carter.
Thanks, Malcolm. The Ghana Police Force has launched an investigation into the sudden death of Brian Lightcott, a 63-year-old taxi driver from Meadowbrook Gardens. Lightcott collapsed and died at the Albertown Police Station on Monday evening. Reports indicate that Lightcott was arrested around 6:30 p.m. on Durban Street, Georgetown, for allegedly driving dangerously and colliding with 2 stationary vehicles. He was suspected to be under the influence of alcohol and was taken to the station to undergo a breathalyzer test. While seated on the prisoner's bench at approximately 7:27 p.m., Lightcott collapsed in the inquiry's office. Emergency medical technicians pronounced him dead at the scene. No signs of violence or foul play were observed. CCTV footage confirmed his arrival at the station and his collapse. The body has been sent for a post-mortem examination as investigations continue. Stick around when we return. 3 private hospital employees charged with embezzling millions and electricity and water disruption in Georgetown after pole collapse.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we've got the most wonderful deals. Get the perfect gift from Digicel. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $17,900, the A25 for $37,900, or treat yourself to the S24 Ultra for only $205,000. And that's not all. Every phone comes with a free 30-day data plan. Don't wait. These holiday savings won't last forever. Visit your nearest Digicel store today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
It's Christmas at Kissoon's Furniture Store. We are fully stocked for the holidays with a wide variety of furniture to choose from store-wide. Beautiful sofas, dinette sets, rugs, pillows, foam and hybrid cooling mattresses in all sizes, beds in king, queen and single sizes, and so much more. Come on down to our mega store or our Robb Street location. Merry Christmas from Kissoon's Furniture Store.
Fabulous 4 Promotions brings to you their 19th annual Snowy Christmas Tree Light Up and Line on December 21st, 2024 at 2497 Ozama Street, North Rhinevolt from 16 hours. Admission free. Music by Fabulous 4 Sounds. Make it a must. See and be there.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road, Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. It's Credit, and today all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, five spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you want to know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, jerk seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radhika went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. He shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Our smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown, telephone 226-1082.
Welcome back. Police responded to a reported incident in Good Fortune, West Bank, Demerara, after a video allegedly showing an employee being assaulted by her employer was circulated on Facebook on Sunday, December 15th, a police team led by Corporal Fraser visited the home of businesswoman Hansrani Ibrahim and her daughter, 34-year-old Rihanna Ibrahim, at Cuthbert Street. The two women were informed of the allegations and taken to the Lagrange police station, where they provided written statements. They described the incident as a family dispute involving Esther Williams, a 30-year-old laborer and family member, and stated that they did not wish to pursue criminal charges. Williams also gave a written statement confirming the misunderstanding and her decision not to pursue charges. Police have noted the matter is resolved with no further legal action being taken. A nearby CCTV camera reportedly captured the footage of the assault. However, following the incident's report, the Abrahams were seen putting up a screen to block the cameras. 3 Balan Singh Hospital employees charged with embezzling millions appeared in court yesterday. More from Malcolm Carter.
3 employees of Dr. Balan Singh's Hospital on East Street, Georgetown, have been charged with embezzlement and accused of stealing millions of dollars over a series of incidents spanning 2024. The trio appeared at the Georgetown Magistrates Court and was placed on bail on Monday, December 16, 2024. 23-year-old Shivani Gaideen of Bell West, West Bank, Demerara is accused of embezzling over $14 million between February 19th and December 19th, 2024. She appeared before Magistrate Fabio Azor, where she pleaded not guilty and was released on $500,000 bail. 21-year-old Kimberly Prasad of Flores Housing Scheme, East Coast, Demerara, is accused of stealing over $1 million between February 12th and December 21st, 2024. She also pleaded not guilty and was granted $250,000 bail. Meanwhile, 23-year-old Randy Prasad of Lagrange, West Bank, Demerara, was separately charged with stealing $180,000 on May 19, 2024, and jointly charged with Gaideen for the theft of $234,000 on March 28, 2024. Both appeared before Magistrate Azor, pleaded not guilty, and were each released on $75,000 bail. All matters have been adjourned to January 27, 2025 for statements to be presented. Reporter for Headline News Update, Malcolm Carter.
Thanks, Malcolm. Residents along Aubrey Barker Road in South Rheinfeldt, Georgetown, experienced water supply disruptions several days last week and electricity disruptions following the collapse of electrical poles from Kaiken Street to Festival City's entrance on Thursday. The residents along that road have also been grossly affected by the deplorable state of sections of the road due to the movements of heavy trucks for infrastructural work. Minister of Public Works, Bishop on Edgehill, visited the site earlier today to assess the damage and apologize to affected residents. He assured that restorative works, including the installation of bypasses, would be completed by the end of the day. The re-erection of posts with added stability measures like wallable posts reinforcing broken concrete ones is underway. Minister Edgehill emphasized the need for increased vigilance from engineers and more empathetic engagement with residents by contractors during construction activities. Don't go away after the break. Hundreds fear dead on France's Mayotte after Cyclone Chido, and the UN navigates diplomatic challenges post-Assad regime in Syria.
This Christmas, Digicel is bringing you the gift of millions. 10 lucky customers will become millionaires for Christmas. Top up $1,000 or more for your chance to win $1 million. Turn your Christmas into a celebration of cash and cheer. 2 new millionaires every week. The countdown to Christmas millions is on. Top up $1,000 or more today for your chance to win. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
It's Christmas at Kissoon's Furniture Store. We are fully stocked for the holidays with a wide variety of furniture to choose from store-wide. Beautiful sofas, dinette sets, rugs, pillows, foam and hybrid cooling mattresses in all sizes, beds in king, queen and single sizes, and so much more. Come on down to our mega store or our Robb Street location. Merry Christmas from Kissoon's Furniture Store.
Fabulous 4 Promotions brings to you their 19th annual Snowing Christmas Tree Light Up and Line on December 21st, 2024 at 2497 Ozama Street, North Rhinevolt from 16 hours. Admission free. Music by Fabulous Four Sounds. Make it a must. See and be there.
Sneakily with the gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Common smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services. 316 Middle Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for do a surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. Here's credit. And today, all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and poise cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, white spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document planting flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radica went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. He shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Welcome back. And now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world.
Good evening, I'm Malcolm Carter and welcome to tonight's regional and international news. TikTok has asked the US Supreme Court to temporarily block a law that could require its Chinese owner, ByteDance, to either sell or shut down the app by January 19th. The law signed by President Biden would ban TikTok from US app stores and hosting services unless it divests. TikTok argues the law infringes on free speech, affecting millions of users and small businesses. The request comes amid growing concerns over national security, with the US government alleging the app facilitates data collection by China, a claim TikTok denies. Former President Donald Trump has voiced support for the app, marking a shift from his earlier stance. Meanwhile, a 15-year-old female student opened fire at Abundant Life Christian School in Madison, Wisconsin on Monday, killing a fellow student and a teacher before fatally shooting herself. 7 others were wounded, with 2 students in critical condition. The shooting occurred shortly before 11 a.m., with a second-grade student alerting emergency services. The suspect's handgun was recovered at the scene. Authorities are still investigating the motive. The shooting has reignited calls for tighter gun laws, with President Biden condemning the attack and urging Congress to act. The tragedy adds to the growing number of mass shootings in the US this year. Internationally, the French government has used ships and military aircraft to rush rescuers and supplies to the devastated overseas territory of Mayotte. It's feared that hundreds were killed after the strongest cyclone in almost a century hit the archipelago. Al Jazeera's Natasha Butler reports.
From the sky, the scale of the devastation is clear. Flattened homes and uprooted trees, the aftermath of Cyclone Chido that ripped through the French Indian Ocean island of Mayotte on Sunday. In the capital Mamoudzou, dazed residents salvage what they can.
It really is a war landscape. Around me, I don't recognize anything. There's not even a tree left. The hills, there's not a blade of grass.
France is flying in emergency workers and supplies from the French island of Réunion. Arriving in Mayotte, France's outgoing Interior Minister said it could be days before the true size of the death toll is known, as he helped to coordinate the rescue effort.
If we want things to go smoothly, we're going to pull out all the stops. We're going to mobilise everything we can in terms of civil and military resources.
In Paris, France's president and new prime minister held a series of crisis meetings. Some people say that France has long treated people in its overseas territories as second-class citizens. In Mayotte, 3/4 of the population lived in poverty, in poor housing that had little chance of withstanding a cyclone. Faridi Atouman is Mayotte's representative in Paris. He admits it's a complex situation, but says the cyclone could not have been predicted.
There's no one person to blame for the scale of this phenomenon. We had a cyclone with winds of over 230 kilometers per hour. This is extremely rare.
The race to find survivors is difficult, with parts of the island inaccessible and communications cut. Life for many people in the poorest part of the European Union was already challenging. Now it's likely to get worse. Natasha Butler, Al Jazeera, Paris.
Finally, with a new administration in Syria, there are questions about the future of Syrian diplomats around the world who represented the country under the Assad regime. So far, many have stayed at their posts, including at the United Nations, but there are some complications. Al Jazeera's Gabriel Elizondo reports.
The flags of all 193 member states of the United Nations flap in the wind outside the main headquarters in New York, including the flag of Syria. But with the sudden fall of the Assad regime and a new administration in Syria, what happens to Syria's diplomatic representation at the UN? The short answer is, for now, nothing. Syria's top diplomat in New York recently said he has been asked to stay on.
We represent the Syrian people and we will continue doing so, continuing defending the interest of the Syrian people and defending the interest of Syria and implement the foreign policy of Syria.
The UN interacts with Syria in two ways, from a humanitarian and political standpoint. But a complicating factor is that Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, that makes up the new administration in Syria, is listed as a terrorist organization.
The humanitarian part, getting aid to Syrians is, a crushing emergency, but practically straightforward. The political part is complicated. When you can't interact with someone who's listed on, the UN's terrorism list, that presents a series of real practical problems that you have to overcome in a long bureaucratic and diplomatic process.
Here at the UN, only the 15-member Security Council has the power to take an entity off the terrorist list. And it's a complicated process that can take weeks, if not months, due to competing interests. Geir Pedersen, the UN Special Envoy to Syria, met with Ahmed al-Shara, the head of HTS.
It is a delicate balancing act for the United Nations to interact with groups that it is technically prohibited from interacting with. It's also, I think, this idea that they're talking about interacting with groups on the ground, speaking to groups on the ground, a reflection of the fact that there are multiple groups on the ground with various different foreign backers and various different statuses before the United Nations and international law.
As for the flag outside the UN, it's still the Assad-era Syrian flag. But the UN says as soon as they are instructed to do so by the Syrian mission, they will change to the new flag that's now seen flying over much of the country. Gabriel Zondo, Al Jazeera, at the United Nations in New York.
Thanks, Malcolm. This brings us to the end of our regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 30 weather forecast. And that's it, TV2 Headline News for this Tuesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can tune in tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for a rebroadcast and at 7 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.